Got to meet Jerry. Jerry is great. You know, he could have been a real jerk, but he was just so open and wonderful. I mean, the whole cast, like Kathy Bates, man. Kathy Bates. I've been saying this to other actors all the time. Like whenever actors get lazy or tired, right? I'm like, all right, guys, men from the boys. Now we find out who we are. Let's go. Like that, right? So, Kathy Bates, she's like 70 years old. She's got a fever of 102, 103. They keep her on the set for 17 hours before they even film her. Finally, they turn around the camera and they're going to film Kathy and the rest of us, and we're all standing behind Kathy. And she's about to enter the door, and she turns around like a queen, man. She goes, "Men from the boys! Men from the boys!" Boom. Yeah, so I got to, that was a fabulous experience for me, and I got to find out that, frankly, when you get into the upper echelon of talent, they're all cool. Because if they weren't, they'd be fired. Yeah.
Hi.
Hello.
I got you to sign the front cover of the Once More With Feeling soundtrack earlier. And you asked me why you weren't on the front, and Alison Hannigan was. I have no idea because I think you should have been. But I want to ask how much you enjoyed that episode, because I think I'm right in saying that it was kind of your idea, or you inspired it by picking up your guitar on set.
Yeah. Joss used to get the actors together and the writers and everybody together about once, twice a month, and we would read a Shakespeare play. And it was a fabulous experience for me because it was just about having fun and really enjoying the script. And I've done a lot of Shakespeare, but most of the time, most actors are trying to prove themselves when they go do Shakespeare. And so you get these self-important kind of readings. And I just remember play after play being entertained in a way that I hadn't been in Shakespeare. But the thing is that you read the Shakespeare play and that only takes like 2 hours, so then what do you do? And you have all these really wonderful people who want to enjoy each other, but they don't have anything to do. So we would end up watching some, movie on Joss's huge screen, that we'd all seen before. And it just occurred to me, I want to bring something so we can do something other than just read a Shakespeare play. So I brought my guitar one time, and it worked out really well. And then Joss said that gave me the idea for the musical. But I was just trying to keep from being bored. And I also kind of sucked back then. But yeah, the musical was my favorite episode of it because basically, and I told some people in line this, but the thing is that only Tony and Head and I were ever singing publicly before the musical episode. So Tony and I were totally cool with it. But the rest of the cast had been hired to do a drama, right? And then suddenly they're asked to do a musical comedy in the middle of it, and they're not trained for that. They're not an expert in that, and they're going to be in front of the world, failing. I mean, think about it. So everybody went to Joss begging on their knees to be cut out from the songs. Don't make me sing, Joss. Please, God, please, what can I give you to let me out of this? And he wouldn't let anybody out. And then there was a point when everyone realized that there was no way to get out of this, and everyone really just boned up and learned how to sing, and no one was better about this than Sarah herself. And she got 2 vocal coaches and lived it. And we all thought that it was going to be a nightmare. Basically, we thought that Joss had gone insane. Really, because he gave us this little cassette tape with him and his wife. Joss is not a piano player. Horrible. But he's playing piano, and he's singing. Joss can't sing one note. And I love Kai, but she's not a singer either. And it sounded horrible. I mean, you're crazy. This is crazy. And so everybody thought, this is the end of my career. I mean, I'm contractually obligated to end my career. But then, so we were so low as a cast. I mean, it was just death every day. But then the first scene that they shot was Xander's dance scene with with Emma. And it was fabulous. And I remember he gathered everybody around a little monitor. We were all shooting it, and he just said, check it out. This is what we're doing. And we went from this complete low to really feeling like we were flying in just a few hours. And the rest of the episode was just so fun, to the point where the next episode, which was a really good episode, was where we all forgot who we were to Belarus. Yeah? Yeah. And that's a great episode. But we thought it was boring. We were like, where's the songs, man? I want to dance. So definitely, because it's my favorite episode because everybody really had to bring it.
Sing that!
Hell no, babe!
They're going to be showing that episode in screening section downstairs later. Are you going to be there?
I'm supposed to be driving to another town, but if we have time, yeah, I'll be there. I'll be clapping the loudest. He's great!
Hi. I just wondered, are you going to be featuring in Dragon Ball Kai 2 if it ever comes out?
If they ever film it, yeah.
Do you actually know?
Basically, they rewrote the script. I guess my stuff came out pretty good, so in the middle of filming, they added on that scene at the very end, so just so the audience knows I'm not dead.
Yeah.
So when they rewrote the script so that the audience knows that I will be back, I kind of figured I'll be back if they're going to be back. But they're not back yet. And the sad thing is that Dragon Ball was just the warm-up. That was just the explanation as to why the rest of it's going to be so cool, because nobody watches Dragon Ball. How many people watch Dragon Ball? Not Dragon Ball Z, but Dragon Ball. How many people have the DVDs of Dragon Ball? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, point made. The whole thing was we were so entranced with Dragon Ball and the literature that we wanted to do it right. So we wanted to start the character as a young person, but then the audience didn't come to see the film. We probably should have started with Dragon Ball Z. The first shot should have been Goku with gold hair destroying a mountain with his fist.
Yeah, and are you going to come back in Torchwood?
If they let me. If they open